Well, researchers are learning more about another condition called Asperger syndrome. HealthyState.org reporter Delia Colon tells us more now about those who deal with the challenges of Asperger's.
Good social skills are a key to success, but for people with Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism that affects social skills, it can be tough. We're about to meet 4 young adults who share their frustrations and hopes of living with Asperger's syndrome.
I was away at a convention, and even though they were my coworkers, I still found it very hard to know when it was my cue to enter in conversation.
Okay, here you go, Justin. Want to plug that in?
Our rent is paid by a government-sponsored program.
State-sponsored vocational rehabilitation.
It's for the 9 months
of the program. And they're basically just paying for us to get a higher education and then put us into the job market.
My roommates had a party and they were just going around telling jokes. Like one of them, it doesn't click. Like it's really awkward too because, you know, and then you take like 2 minutes later and then it finally clicks and you just start laughing and like everybody's just quiet. It's that like, oh, this person just got it. You know, it's not really fun anymore. This is really awkward.
We don't really understand not just sarcasm, but sometimes anger. I've pissed people off just by being somewhere at the wrong time without ever being able to tell what I was doing that pissed everyone off.
I worry about what people think about me when they know that there's something different.
Asperger's is a neurobiological disorder that falls on the autism spectrum. It would be considered a milder form, if you will. There are social issues in terms of relating to other people, in terms of eye contact.
You have a child who is high functioning and they can do all these achievements, but then some things that seem so simple to us that maybe they just can't do.
Sometimes people with autism, they say we go into our own little world, and it's not that I go into my own little world a lot, but driving is a big responsibility, and I think in order to be a good driver, I have to be more confident in myself.
One of the difficulties that people have is trying to figure out how to use their skills in a successful way.
Okay, ready? Here's your 4. Do you have your 4 pictures? I think the real reason I wanted to teach kids with disabilities is because I understand what they're going through. Ashley, did you follow directions? 4. Count. 1, 2, 3. When I was in high school, I was blessed with the fact that I could do it academically. The academics, but if I had had maybe 1 or 2 teachers that could have pushed me socially. Big circles, just like if you were working in a restaurant. I think I would be a little bit more further along.
Great feedback. The Learning Academy is a transition program for young adults with autism spectrum disorders, and they're just trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. The first semester, we work a lot on social skills, communication skills, working as part of a team, because a lot of our students, you know, they really would prefer to work by themselves.
Having my own shop, sign cutting, working out of the house basically.
And in the second semester, we do a lot of the hard job skills, resume writing, mock interviews. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name's Megan.
My name's Justin.
Justin, come on in. Come into my office. Have a seat. So my hopes are for them to keep building on that and keep growing in their confidence and be successful in whatever they want to do.
Let's talk about relationships, like romantic relationships.
Oh.
I hope to one day get married. I hope to one day buy a house and drive a car. I hope to be completely and totally able to function independently. If somebody could hand me a pill and say, take this, and it could get rid of the Asperger's, and I would be just like everybody else, who wants to be like everybody? Part of being me is having Asperger's, and it doesn't make me different from the world around me. It just makes me who I am.
Asperger's syndrome takes its name from Hans Asperger, the Austrian psychologist who first described the disorder in the 1940s. About 1 in every 110 children is diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder.
Thank you, Dalia. That brings this episode of Smart Health to a close. Be sure to take a moment and log on to the healthystate.org website, not only for the stories you see here, but also for the latest on health trends, policy, and advancements in medicine.